April 2021 trade review. This is a chart of XBT USD, Bitcoin against the US dollar. Here there's a sell signal at the 12th of April. The entry level is this green line here. The stop loss level is this red line here. So because it's a sell trade, if price goes down, then we make a profit. If price goes up and reaches my stop loss, then I exit the trade with a loss. Very important you have strict risk management and a stop loss in place. An update on how that trade went. Same chart, same entry price, same stop loss. You can see on this candlestick here, price rallied and reached my stop loss at this level, so it exited the trade with a loss. But the key thing is that I had my risk management in place and stop loss in place, so I couldn't exceed what I was willing to lose. Final update on the 12th of April trade. As you can see, stop loss is this red level. Price rallied straight through that level and reached a high of 64,500. If I didn't have my stop loss in place, then I would have eaten into a large amount of my profits. However, with proper risk management, I was able to cap the loss at an amount I'm comfortable with. April 22nd trade review. Chart of XBT USD, Bitcoin against the US dollar. Here we have a buy opportunity. The green line here represents my entry level. The red line here represents my stop loss level. As it's a buy trade, the way I make profit is if the market goes up, then I make a profit. However, if the market goes down and reach my stop loss level, then I exit the trade with a loss. This is now an update on the April 22nd trade. Originally, the red horizontal line was at the low here, which was the stop loss. But due to price reaching a level that I was happy with according to my trading strategy, I moved risk from the low to break even. So now worst case scenario, if price goes down and reaches my stop loss, I'll exit the trade at break even with neither a profit or a loss. So it's a risk-free trade. Further updates on the April 22nd trade. As you can see, after a couple of candlesticks, a couple of hours, price eventually reached my stop loss level, which was at my break even level, and I was kicked out of the trade with neither a profit or a loss. This is now a final update on the April 22nd trade. As you can see, price fell through my level. My initial stop loss was at this low level here. Price fell through that level, so I would have had a full loss, but based on my trading strategy, I was able to exit the trade at break even rather than a full loss. Also, if I didn't have my stop loss in place, you can see how much further I would have ended up losing. So again, it's very important that you have a clear, defined trading strategy that helps to let you know when to move risk to break even in order to minimize losses and preserve capital. April 25th trade review. This is a chart of XBT USD, Bitcoin against the US dollar. Here is a buy opportunity. So the green line here represents my entry level. The red line here represents my stop loss level. As it's a buy trade, I'd like the trade to go up in order to make a profit. However, if price reaches my stop loss, because I've managed risk, I'll exit the trade with a loss. This is now an update on the April 25th trade. Same chart, as you can see, price rallied up in my favor. Once price reaches a certain level, according to my trading strategy, I move risk from this level here to lock in profit at this level here. That means that if price reaches my stop loss level, then I exit the trade in profit. An update on the April 25th trade. As you can see, price rallied higher, and because price rallied higher, based on my trading strategy, it told me to lock in further profit. So as you can see, the red line represents my stop loss level, meaning worst case scenario, if price goes down and reaches my stop loss, I'll end up exiting the profit. A final update on the April 25th trade. As you can see, price eventually hit my stop loss level at this level here, meaning now I'm kicked out of the trade with the profit. So initially my stop loss was at this level here, but based on my trading strategy, I locked in profit there, then finally to there, where price eventually reached my stop loss level, then I was kicked out of the trade. April 26th trade review. Chart of XBT USD, Bitcoin against the US dollar. So on the previous candle, I entered at this buy opportunity here with a stop loss at this level. However, once this trade was at a level where I was no longer risking and instead I locked in some profit, I entered a second position at the close of this candlestick here. So the green line here represents my entry level. The red line here represents my stop loss level. However, I only added this second entry once the previous entry was no longer risking. If I was to enter two open positions with two levels of risk, I'd be over risking, but I only entered the second position because the previous position was now locked in profit. 26th of April update. Same chart XBT USD. As you can see, initially my red line, which was the stop loss, was at the low here. However, price reached a certain level, and according to my trading strategy, I move risk to break even, meaning that if worst case scenario, price reaches my stop loss, I'll exit the trade at break even with neither a profit or a loss. Final update on the April 26th trade. As you can see, price rallied slightly higher and then eventually came down and reached my stop loss level, which is at my entry price. So I ended up exiting the trade with neither a profit or the loss. And that's an example of how to manage risk. So to conclude, for the month of April, there was a slight loss of -1% plus the commissions. Not very happy about it, but again, can't be too angry because I did follow my trading strategy to a T, and managing risk is very important, especially in a very volatile market like crypto. Moving forward, however, I expect to see more profits. Again, based on when I do my trade reviews, I can see that I am often in the right direction. Sometimes I just exit the trades a little prematurely, or sometimes I'm quite unlucky / unfortunate that price reaches my stop loss level when it's at break even or when I've locked in profit, and I don't end up capturing the full move as I would hope to. However, overall, still in profit. Again, following the trading system that I know works, it's proven to work. We'll be continuing to do so in order to make more profits. Hopefully for the month of May, I'll be able to make some nice profits. I won't be stopped out so prematurely at break even, and I'll hopefully be able to capture the big moves as I normally do. So fingers crossed, but regardless, I'll be following my trading strategy and managing risk in the way that I always do. If you'd like to see my verified trading performance, just check the link in the description. If you got any other trading related questions, feel free to contact me.